I love Spider-Man. Like many of us, I grew up watching Spider-Man on Fox 5. I love Spectacular Spider-Man. I love the games. Spider-Man is definitely one of my favorite Marvel characters, as it is for many of us. But as far as your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, well, I've got some thoughts on that. Now, I do understand that this is an alternate timeline, but I have to say, first, right off the bat, art style, not feeling it. It really did not gel for me. One positive is, they finally got Peter right. He's a broke loser who has to give himself pep talks. Not really this confident, quippy character. Not gonna lie, the way that Peter and Norman were interacting was pretty sus. From an outsider's perspective, definitely seemed like they had some type of Diddy Bieber situation going on. Hey, yo.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream.
FBI, open up!
That being said, I wasn't feeling Peter. By far, he was one of the weakest characters in his own show. The only character that I really liked in this show was Norman Osborn. I felt like he elevated the show to the next level. I love that they made him and Harry black and that they kept the waves from the 90s. Finally, that gave this show a point just to begin with. The fact that they were black and had waves. Man, the waves was spinning, man. It had me seasick. As for another good character, I did also like Otto Octavius, although he was in it kind of briefly, but I was not feeling this Peter Parker. I did not like his best friend, that girl with the amulet. Was not feeling Harry at all. He was kind of a do-nothing character. Doctor Strange was in it. He was alright. He was stock standard. He's always, pretty good whenever he's included in the series. I did not like the way that Peter got the spider bite. So, spoiler alert, he gets bit by a space spider that is connected to a Venom symbiote, but somehow that was also a spider that came from the lab that was on a Venom symbiote that came through a time portal that bit him at the beginning of the show, but that was really, this Venom symbiote was fighting Doctor Strange at the last episode. It was a whole time loop thing, is what I'm trying to say. It sounds very convoluted, but if you watch the show, it makes sense. But at the end of the day, I'm not crazy about how he got the spider bite. I'm not crazy about the Venom creature. I just really did not feel the show. I didn't feel the vibe. I didn't feel like this Spider-Man, he was definitely beginning, but he was not very good. And he didn't hit the emotional notes that we really have come to expect from a Spider-Man show. As far as action, I thought the action was decent. I like that they used a Future Foundation suit as one of his first suits that Norman designed for him. Eventually donned the classic red and blue tights that he's always had. At the end of the day, the best episode and the best moment in the whole show is when he fights Charlie Cox's Daredevil. Basically, when Daredevil showed up, it gave me more hope for the show that it was going to get better and that I was really going to be heavily on this show. But that didn't happen. I don't like the whole thing with Tombstone. I understand, again, this is a different universe, a different retelling, but that storyline did not hit. Honestly, Tombstone's storyline has been done to death. I'm tired of seeing it. Famous athlete gets in with the wrong crowd and he gets himself into some type of trouble. And then Scorpion 2, he did not hit for me. I felt like he was a stock standard generic villain, just an angry Spanish guy with a scorpion costume on. I just really was not feeling him either. Overall, what I rate the show, I give it a 4 out of 10 because the great things were Norman Osborn, Doc Ock, and Daredevil. And none of those things were the main character, Spider-Man. When you take it all into account, it isn't as bad as some of the other Spider-Man shows. I'm looking at you, Marvel's Spider-Man. That was garbage. Even that MTV one was not great. Also, at the end of the day, he was not your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He was more like the Spider-Man that we had at home. What Marvel really should have done, instead of giving us this subpar show, was give us Spider-Man 98, especially after y'all teased it in X-Men 97. We really want to see what happened with that Peter Parker. If there's a season 2 to this show, they really need to step it up as far as the storylines, the action. It almost felt like they were afraid to go too hard. Like they were like, oh, well, we got to save Spider-Man being good for other possible seasons. But one thing that you can do if you enjoy this review, even if you didn't enjoy this review, make sure that you show support, subscribe to this page. Please show me some support on all 4 platforms. And I hope that everyone has a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.